me! Cell phones, iPods, cameras, turn them off!
SOLINUS to procure my fall, and by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrage of your duke to merchants, our well-dealing countrymen, who wanting guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their bloods, excludes all pity from our threatening looks. It hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusians and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay more, if any born at Ephesus be seen at Syracusian marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusian born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. His goods confiscate to the duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort when your words are done, my woes, and likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian. Say in brief the cause why thou departest from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offense, I'll utter what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracuse was I born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me. With her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to ADRIANA till my father's death. And the great care of goods at random left drew me from kind embracements of my spouse, from whom my absence was not 6 months old, before herself, almost at fainting, under the pleasing punishment that women bear, had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. And which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished, that very hour, and in the self-same inn, a mean woman was delivered of such a burden. Male twins, both alike! Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard, for a league from Epidamnum had we sailed, before the always window-baying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death. Though myself would gladly have embraced, yet the incessant weepings of my wife, weeping before for what she saw must come, and piteous plainings of the pretty babes, that mournful fast ignorant what to fear, forced me to seek delays for them and me. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him unto a rearward mast. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the others. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end of the bark, which, floating straight obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth, as we thought. At length the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us, and by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from far, making a maid to us, of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this. But ere they came, oh, let me say no more, gather the sequel by that went before.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I had not now worthily termed them merciless to us, for ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splitted in the midst. So that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind. And in our sight they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey, had not their bark been very slow of sail, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me severed from my bliss, that by misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate it full what has befallen of them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him, whom, whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or that, or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life. And happy were I in my timely death, could all my troubles were it be they live.
Hapless Aegeon, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes would they may not disannul, my soul should sue as advocate for thee. But thou art adjudged to the death, and passed sentence may not be recalled, but to our honor's great disparagement. Yet, I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou or borrow to make up the sum and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die. Jailers, take him to thy custody.
We will, my lord.
Homeless and helpless doth the Geon wend, but the procrastinator is lifeless.
Therefore give out. You are the damned.
Lest that your goods too soon be confiscated.
This very day a Syracusean merchant is apprehended for arrival here.
And not being able to buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the wary sun sets in the west.
There's your money that you had to keep.
Go bear it to the Centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within mine inn. For with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away. Many a man would take you at your word and go, indeed, having so good a meed. A trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jest. What, will you walk with me about the town and then come to mine inn and dine with me?
We are invited, sir, to certain merchants of whom we hope to make much benefit.
We crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock, please you, we will meet with you upon the march.
And afterward, consort you till bedtime.
Our present business calls us from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself, wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, we commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content, commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water, that in the ocean seeks another drop. So I to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them unhappy, lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. What now, how chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon? Rather approach too late. The cape burns, the pig falls from the spit, the clock hath struck 12 upon the bell. My mistress made it one upon my cheek. Oh, she is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home.
Stop in your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money I gave you?
Oh, 6 pence I had o Wednesday last. To pay the saddler for my mistress' crupper. My saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
I am not in a sportive humor now. Tell me and doubt me not, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you just, sir, as you sit at dinner. I, for my mistress, come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed. For she will scour your fault upon my paint.
Come, Dromio, come, these jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? Why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart, home to your house, the Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now, I am a Christian, answer me. In what safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress' marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Oh, thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix. She that doth fast till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What will you flout me thus unto my face, being forbid? Think'st thou I jest? Hold, take thou that, and that, and
What mean you, sir? For God's sakes, hold your head. Oh, nay, you do not, sir. I'll take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is all rot of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, prating mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I'll be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
mistress! Well done, mistress! Quoth my master. I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. So that my errand do unto my tongue, I thank him. I bear home upon my shoulders, for in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again now, flame, and fetch him home!
Go back again and be a new beat, no? For God's sakes, send some other messenger.
Back, flame, or I will break thy pate across!
If you will bless that cross with other beating, between you I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home!
Am I so round with you as you with me, that like a football you spurn me thus? You spurn me hence, he'll spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
I have impatience loudeth in your face. His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek? Then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull? Barren my wit? If voluble and sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? That's not my fault, he's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then is he the ground of my defeatures. My decay in fair, a sunny look of his would soon repair. But to unruly dear he breaks the pale and feeds from home. For I am but his dale. Self-harming jealousy. Oh, fie. Beat it hence. Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or else what lets it but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll reap what's left away and weeping die. How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The gold I gave Dromio is laid up safe at the Centaur, and the heedful slave by mine host's report is wandered forth in care to seek me out. But see, here he comes. How now, sir, is your merry humor altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no Centaur. You receive no gold. Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner. My house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir, when spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence home to the Centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and toldst me of a mistress and a dinner for which I hope thou felt I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest, I pray, master, tell me?
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkst thou I jest? There, take thou that, and that.
Hold, sir, for God's sake!
bossiness will jest upon my love, and make a common of my serious hours. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method into your sconce.
The sconce, call you it? I must get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too, or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Oh, dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but the head beat.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why first? For flouting me. And wherefore? For urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
Oh, I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir. Once that.
Basting.
Basting. Well then, 'twill be dry.
If it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it.
Your reason?
Lest it make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things. But soft, who walks us yonder?
I, ANTIPHOLUS, look strange and proud. Some other mistress hath thy sweetest specs. I am not ADRIANA, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou, unurged, wouldst vow that never words were music to thine ear, that never object pleasing in thine eye, that never touch well welcome to thy hand, that never meat sweet savored in thy taste, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art then estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being strange to me, that undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part. Ah, do not tear away thyself from me, for know my love, as easy mayst thou fall a drop of water in the franking gulf, and take unmingled thence that drop again, without addition or diminishing, as take from me thyself, and not me too. How dearly would it touch thee to the quick, shouldst thou but hear I were licentious, and that this body, consecrate to thee, by ruffian lust, should be contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin off my harlot brow, and rub my false hand, cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I am possessed with adulterate blood. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. Or, if we two be one, and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then fair league and truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonored.
Plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus, I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town as to your talk, whose every word by all my wit being scanned, wants wit in all one word to understand.
Fie, brother, how the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus?
drift of your compact?
I, sir, I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words didst thou report to me on the mart.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How else can she thus then call us by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
How ill agrees it with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood? Be it my wrong you are from me exempt, but rule not that wrong with a more content. Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine. If aught possess thee from me, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, who, all for want of pruning, with intrusion, infect thy sack and live on my confusion.
To me she speaks, she moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? What errors drive our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Go bid the servants suspend for dinner.
Oh, for my beads! I cross me for a sinner. This is the fairyland, no spite of spites. We talk with goblins, elves, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath or pinch us black and blue.
Why breakst thou to thyself and answer not? Romeo, thou
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in my shape.
Oh, thou hast thine own form.
No, I'm an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to
Tis true. She rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, else it could never be, but I should know her as well as she knows me. Hee-haw!
Come, no longer will I be a fool to put the finger in the eye and weep, whilst man and master laughs my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and shrive you of 1,000 idle francs. Sirrah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Sister, go with me. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised? Known unto these and to myself disguised? And I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in this mist at all adventure go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pace. Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
I met him on the mart, and that I beat him and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart. I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an
Mary, so it doth appear, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kit being kicked, and being at that pass, you would keep from my heels, and beware of an ass! Woo!
You're sad, Senior Balthazar. Pray God our cheer may answer my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir, and your welcome dear.
Oh, Senior Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, is common, that every churl affords.
And welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Better cheer may you have, but not with better heart. But soft, my door is locked. Go, bid them let us in.
cannot get in.
You would say so, master, if your garments were thick. Your cake here is warm within. You stand here in the cold. It would make a man mad as a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go, fetch me something. I'll break open the gates.
Breaking here, and I'll break your knave's pate.
A man may break a word with you, sir, and words are but wind. And break it in your face. So he break it not behind.
It seems thou wants breaking out upon thee hind.
Here's too much. Out upon thee. I pray thee, let me in.
Aye, when fowls have no feathers and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break in. Go, borrow me a crow.
A crow without feather. Master, mean you so? For a fish without a fin. There's a fowl without a feather. If a crow will bust in, sir, a well-plotted crow together.
Go, get me gone. Fetch me an iron crow.
Have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years and modesty lead on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, but she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the tiger all to dinner. And about evening, come yourself, alone, to learn the reason for this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it, and that supposed by the common rout against your yet unguarded estimation, that with foul intrusion may enter in and dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lives upon succession, forever housed where it gets possession.
You have prevailed. I'll depart in quiet. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman that I mean, my wife, hath oftentimes upbraided me with all. To her will we to dinner. Get you home, and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the porpentine. That chain will I bestow. Be it for nothing but to spite my wife upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest will cost me some expense.
sweet mistress, what your name is, else I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace you show not than our earth's wonder, more than earth's divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak, lay open to my earthly gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words' deceit. If my soul's pure truth, why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Oh, transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline. Oh, trade me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing siren for thyself, and I will dote.
What, are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but maiden, how I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze when you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good to wink sweet love as look on night.
I call you me loud. Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself. Mine own self's better part. My eyes, clear eye. My dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim. My soul, earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should it be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I am thine. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft, sir. I'll fetch my sister and get her goodwill.
Why, how now, Dromio? Where runn'st thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I your man? Am I Dromio? Am I myself?
Thou art my man, thou art Dromio, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man, and how besides thyself?
Very, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
A very reverend body, aye, such a one as a man may not speak of without he say, Sir Reverence, I have but lean luck in the match, and yet is she a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she is the kitchen wench, and all grease. And I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warrant her rags, and the tallow in them will burn a Poland winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart like your shoe, but her face nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
Well, that's a fault water will mend.
No, no, sir. 'Tis ingrain. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir. But her name in 3/4, that's an L in 3/4, will not measure her from hip to hip.
She bears some breadth.
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She is spherical like a globe, like a blend of countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Marry, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it by the barrenness, hard in the palm of the hand.
Where's France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her heir.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her chin by the salt room that ran between France it.
Where's Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America, the Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose, all o'er-embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires, declining their rich aspect to the hot breath of Spain, who sent whole armadas of carracks to be ballast at her nose.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I had about me as the mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. And I think if my breast had not been made of faith and my heart of steel, she had transformed me into a curdled dog and made me turn in the wheel.
Oh, go, hiding presently, close to the road, and if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart where I will walk till thou return. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
Oh, none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, oh, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed of such a gentle, sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself, lest myself be guilty to self-wrong. I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid song.
Master Antipholus!
Oh, hi, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here's the chain. I thought to have taken you at the proper time, the chain unfinished may sustain us long.
What is your will that I should do with this?
What please yourself, sir. I have made it for you.
Made it for me, sir, I bespoke it not.
Not once nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it, please your wife withal. And soon at supper time I'll visit you, and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see chain or money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What to think of this, I cannot say. But this I think, there's no man is so vain would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here need not live by ships, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. To the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put forth, then straight away.
present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipholus. And in the instant that I met with you, he handed me a chain. At 5 o'clock, I shall receive the money for the sale. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bond and thank you too.
That labor made you straight. See where he comes.
While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That will I bestow among my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith. Get you gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
I buy a rope.
A man is well hope up that trust to you. I promised your presence and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me.
Saving your merry humor, here's the note. How much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the gold and chargeful fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand at to this gentleman. I pray you, see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea and stays much more.
I'm not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good signor, take the stranger to my house, and with you, take the chain. And bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I'll be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time it up.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
If I have not, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I, to blame, have held him here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me? The chain!
Why, give it to my wife and fetch your money.
Come, you know I gave it to you even now.
Fine, now you run this humor out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say where you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the officer.
I answer you. What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none until I receive the chain.
You know I gave it to you half an hour since.
You gave me none. You wronged me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit.
I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I'll arrest you by this officer.
Consent to pay me that I never had? Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest you, sir. You're here to sue.
I do obey thee, till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Oh.
Master, there is a bark of epidemic that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. The ship is in her trim, the merry wind blows fair from land. They savor not at all, but for their owner and yourself.
How now, a madman? Why thou heavest sheep? What ship of the madam stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I'll debate this matter at more leisure, and teach your ear to list me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, tie thee straight. Give her this key, and tell her in the desk that's covered, or with Turkish tapestry, there's a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I'm arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hide thee, slave, be gone! On, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana. That is where we dined, where Roosevelt did claim me for her husband. She's too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest, yea or no? Looked he or red, or pale, or sad, or merrily? What observation makest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face? First, he denied you had in him no right. He meant he did me none the more my spite. Then swore he that he was a stranger here. And true he swore, though yet forswore he were. Then pleaded I for you. And what said he? That love I begged for you, he begged of me. With what persuasion did he tempt thy love? With words that in an honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech. Did speak him fair? Patience! I cannot, nor I will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old, and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere, vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind. Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wailed when it is gone. Ah, but I think him better than I say. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here go the dust to purse! Sweat thou make haste!
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast!
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him, one whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, a fiend, a fairy, pitiless and rough.
Why, man, what is the matter?
I do not know the matter, but he is rested on the case.
What? Is he arrested? Tell me at whose suit?
I know not at whose suit, but he is arrested well. Will you send him, mistress, redemption, the money in his desk?
Go fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing, a chain, a chain. Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, no, the bells. 'Tis time that I were gone.
There's the money. Go, Dromio, bear it straight and fetch thy master home immediately.
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some give me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What? Have you got the picture of old Adam, new apparelled?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not the Adam that kept the paradise, but the Adam that keeps the prison.
I understand thee not.
No? Why, 'tis a plain case, he that, when gentlemen are tired, gives them a sob and rests them. He that sets up his rest to do more exploits with his mace than a morris pike?
What thou meanst an officer?
Aye, sir, the sergeant of the band. He that brings any man to answer it that breaks his band. One that thinks a man always going to bed and says, God give you good rest.
Well, sir, there rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Wait, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the Burke expedition put forth tonight. And then were you hindered by the sergeant. Here are the angels you sent for to deliver you. Ah.
The fellow is distracted, and so am I. And here we wander in illusion. Oh, some blessed power, deliver us from his.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you have found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Oh, Satan, avoid, I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, she is worse. It is the devil's dam, and here she comes in the habit of a light wench? Oh. And there comes it that the wenches say, God damn me. That's as much to say, God make me a light wench. It is written, they appear to men like angels of light. Light is an effect of fire, and fire will burn, ergo, light wenches will burn. Come not near her.
Your man and you are marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do expect spoon meat, or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Mary, he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
No, avoid then, fiend. What tell'st thou me of suppins? Thou art, as you all are, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond the chain you promised, and I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Some devils ask but the parings of one's nail, a rush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise. If you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fright us with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Oh, avaunt thou witch! Come, Dromio, let us go!
Oh. Now out of doubt Antipholus is mad, else would he never so demean himself. A ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad, besides this present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being shut against his entrance. Belike his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way is now to hie home to his house, and tell his wife that, being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Fear me not, man. I will break away. I'll give thee, ere I leave thee, so much more money to warrant me as I'm rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not lightly trust the messenger. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Here comes my man. I think he brings the money. Now, sir, have you that I said before?
Ha! Here's that, I warrant you. We'll pay the law.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope?
I'll serve you, sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
Well, to a rope's end, sir, and to that end, sir.
And to that end, sir, I will welcome you.
Sir, be patient.
Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I'm in adversity.
Good now, hold thy tongue.
Don't! Nay, rather persuade
possession to my holy prayers, and to thy state of darkness, hie thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, peace. I am not mad.
Oh, that thou wert not poor, distressed soul!
You mean you? Are these your customers? Did they revel and feast at my house today? Whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut, and I denied to enter my house.
No, husband! God doth know you dined at home. Where would you have remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dined at home. Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors locked up and I shut out?
Birdie, your doors were locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself reviled you there.
Not true.
Did not her kitchen vestal rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Sirs, she did. The kitchen vestal scorns you.
And did not I, in rage, depart from thence?
And verily you did. My bones bear witness that since I've felt the vigor of his
Is good to soothe him in these contraries? 'Tis no shame. The fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him humors well his frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the Golden to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio, who came in haste for it.
Money by me. Heart, and goodwill you might. But surely, master, not a rag of money.
Whence not you haul for a purse of ducats?
He came to me and I delivered it. And I am witness with her that she did it.
Whoa, God and the rope maker bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Say, wherefore didst thou lock me forth? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And, gentle master, I received no gold. But I confess, sir, that we were locked out.
Dissembling villain, thou speaks false in both.
Dissembling harlot! Thou art false in all. It art confederate to a damned pack, to make a loathsome abject scorn of me. But with these nails, I'll pluck out your false eyes.
Let it not come near me! Your company! The fiend is strong within this man. I need more than a pill! Not themselves!
What, will you murder me? Thou jailer, thou, I am thy prisoner. Wilt thou suffer them to make a rescue?
Masters, let him go. By Christmas, he's not hammer.
Fight this man, for he has granted
ring I did see upon his finger now. Straight after did I meet him with the chain.
It may be so, but I did never see it. Come, jailer, bring me where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large. Let's call more help to have them bound again!
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be your wife now ran from you.
Come to the centaur. Bear our stuff from thence. I long that we were safe and sound aboard.
Faith, stay here this night. Surely they will do us no harm. Use all they speak us spare, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me, I can find in my heart to stay here still and turn witch.
No, I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard.
softly, yonder as I think he walks.
'Tis so, and that silken chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have of me. Good sir, draw near to me, I'll speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you put me to this shame and trouble, and not had some scandal to yourself. The circumstance and oath so to deny, this chain, which now you wear so openly, besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this, my honest friend, who but for staying on our controversy had hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had, sir. I deny it not.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine thou know'st did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch! 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where honest men short.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest.
Stand. I dare, and do defy thee for a villain!
Hurt him not, for God's sake, he is mad! Something within him! Take his sword away! Bind Dromio to it, turn into my house!
Run, master, run, for God's sake, take a house! This is a priory inn and we'll spoil!
Be quiet, people! Wherefore throng you
and comfortless despair. The consequence is then, thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wit.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough, rude, and violently. I spare you these rebukes and answer not. She did betray me to my own reproof. Oh, good people, enter and lay hold on him.
Not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands, till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, diet his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him all with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the proven means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here, and ill it doth beseem you, holiness, to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity. Come, go. I will fall prostrate at her feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won her grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this I think the dial points at 5. Anon I'm sure the Duke herself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
To see a reverend Syracusan merchant who put unluckily into this bay against the laws and statutes of this town, executed publicly for his offense.
See where they come, you will behold his death.
Complain unto the Duke before she pass the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and a reverend lady. It cannot be that she have done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, who I made lord of me, on this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the street, with him his bondmen, all as mad as he, doing his pleasure to the citizens, and rushing in their houses, bearing men's rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and sent him home, whilst I wait to take order for the wrongs that here and there his fury had committed. Anon, I wot not by what strong escape he broke from those that had to guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion, with drawn swords, met us again and madly bent on us, chased us away, till, raising of more aid, we came again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey, whither we pursued them, and here the abbess shuts the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him out, nor send him forth that
kill the conjurer.
Peace, fools! Thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Mistress, upon our life we tell you true. We have almost not breathed since we did see it.
He cries for you, and vows if he can take you to scorch your face and to disfigure you.
We hear him! Mistress, fly! Be gone!
Justice, even for the service that then I did for thee, when I bestrid thee in the wars, and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee, now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there, she whom thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonored me, even in the strength and height of injury. Beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day hath shameless thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul as this is false, he burdens me withal.
Ne'er may I look on day, nor sleep on night, but she tells your highness simple true.
Oh, perjured woman! They are both forsworn. In this, the madman justly judgeth them.
My liege, I am advised of what I say. Neither disturbed the effect of wine, nor heavy rash disturbed with raging ire. Albeit my wrongs might make one wiser mad, this woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, who parted with me to fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together, our dinner done, and he not coming thither. I went to seek him. In the mart I met him, and in his company that gentleman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received the chain, which God he knows I saw not, for the which he did arrest me by an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats, he with none returned. Then fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. By way we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them they brought one pinch, this hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler, and a fortune teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead witch. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on her as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, cries out, I will possess. Then, all together, they fell upon me, bound me, and bore me thence. And in a dark and bankish vault at home, there left me and my man. Bound together, till gnawing with my teeth, my bonds in sunder. I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, thus far I witness with. But he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee or no?
He had, my lord. And when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him after you first forswore it on the mart. And thereupon I drew my sword on you. And then you fled into this abbey here, from whence I think you were come by miracle.
What? I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven, and this is false. You burden me with all.
Peach is this? I think you have all drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not speak so coldly. You say he died at home. The goldsmith here denies that saying. Sirrah, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the porpentine.
He did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true, my liege, this ring I have of her.
Thou sawest him enter at the abbey here.
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go, some of you. Bid the abbess hither. I swear, I think you are all mated or stark mad.
Oh, funny, don't vouchsafe me, speak a word. Happy I see a friend will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? Is not that your bondman Dromio?
Within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thanked him, not into my court. Now am I Dromio, and his man unbound.
I'm sure you both of you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember, sir, by you. For lately we were bound, as you are now. You are not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life, now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and careful hours with time's deformed hands have written strange to features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity, hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Though now this grained face of mine be hid in south-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet hath my night of life some memory? My wasting lamps some fading glimmer left? My dull deaf ears a little used to hear? All these witnesses, I cannot err. Tell me thou art my son Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, a boy, thou knowst we parted. But perhaps, my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusa. I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man
I see. 2 husbands are mine eyes to see.
One of these men is genius to the other. And some of these, which is the natural man and which the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, Sir M. Dromio, command him away.
I, Sir M. Dromio, pray let me stand.
Aegeon, art thou not, or else his ghost? Oh, my old master,
done in semblance. These are the parents to these children. Accidentally are met together. Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first.
No, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Oh, stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord. And I with him, brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Meneth, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you two did dine with me today?
Aye, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
Oh, and so do I. She didn't call me so. And this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this be not a dream I see and hear.
And that is the chain which you had.
I think it is, sir. I deny it not.
And for that chain, sir, you did arrest me.
I think I did. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail, my Dromio, but I think he brought it not.
No. By me.
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me. Oh. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was paying for him, and he for me, and thereupon these errors are arose.
These ducats on I for my father here.
It shall not. Thy father hath his life.
Sir, I must have that diamond to you now.
Oh, there, take it, and much thanks for my good cheer.